Hey YouTube, Grunt Reviews. We are back out at the range, the lovely US Shooting Academy, and I have the MDRX Micron here today. We are going to see how well this thing actually performs at the range. We're going to do some accuracy testing as well. Guys, as always, go down below, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment with your thoughts. And as always, I've got my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. If you like what we're doing for you here at the channel and you want to support us, we always appreciate it. And let's get into it. Without further ado, we are going to drop right into this bad boy. First thing we're going to do, as always, of course, this is just like we tabletopped it, no lube, no nothing. We're going to make sure it runs out of the box. So we're going to put our first mag through this bad boy, and let's see how she runs. Perfect. So gets through the whole magazine with no issues. Of course, this is the mag that it does come with. Honestly, recoil really not bad for having a flash hider instead of a compensator. You do lose a little bit of felt recoil with a compensator, and you pick up a little bit with a flash hider. But all in all, really not bad on it for being such a short platform. I think the little bit of extra weight that this thing has on it over something like a P90, that little bit extra weight does absorb some of that felt recoil. They do give you a little bit, if you can see that there, of porting on the top of that flash hider. But what I do like is this flash hider doesn't ping like you get with some flash hiders. So I'm gonna grab some more ammo and we're gonna do some more shooting. All right, guys, so something we do want to talk about, of course, with this, with reloads. If you are not used to the bullpup platform, it does take a little bit of retraining and some relearning of muscle memory to get adjusted to having that mag back there. However, both with the ambi nature of this rifle and how well it's set out, I would say it's as fast or possibly faster than a traditional AR style rifle. So we'll do a reload and two, and send the bolt home. We're home. All right. And admittedly, I'm a little slow on this. Still getting used to that bullpup reload. But all in all, with that, get it highlighted in the camera there, with that rear bolt catch, does make it relatively easy to catch it with your thumb there. Obviously does work with a variety of different brands of magazines. Really, honestly, it's like an AR where they just move the magazine. Really did a good job. So, something I do want to highlight, bullpups in general, but especially with this very short platform, it's not technically intended to be fired from the prone, but should you have to fire this from the prone position, using something like a barricade ends up kind of getting your hand in this halfway deal. You don't really have any forend to place a barrel. Should seem pretty obvious, but it is something I wanted to highlight. So we are going to fire a couple test groups to see accuracy. I've got some 55 grain herders that we are going to shoot first. I have got some a little bit heavier. It's a 69 grain Winchester match. And then, of course, I have some good old-fashioned 855. I will spare you the actual shooting portion of this, and we will show you what it looks like on the target downrange. So that Herter's just past the second knuckle, so about 2 inches. We're about 58 yards out on this range. A couple of flyers on that one. I'm gonna pace this thing up. We're gonna try something a little bit heavier. We're gonna switch to the 855. So that one came in a little bit tighter, actually, surprisingly. So we're about a thumb across all the way around. This is just a red dot sight too. It's a Hollow Sun 510, not using an LVPO or anything. But all in all, still definitely in that fist size, minute of man accuracy range out of that very short barrel. Last thing I'm gonna grab is the 69 grain stuff, see if it likes something a little bit heavier. So, pretty clear it likes the 69 grain stuff. We are not even a full thumb width with one of these is an old hit, obviously, but definitely a nice snug little shot grouping on that bad boy. Honestly, I'm surprised for being a, well, part of it's the wind, but for being a heavier round and a short barrel, it really does seem to like that. Match loaded stuff. So we will wrap this thing up. Honestly, liked it a lot more than I initially thought I would. Only little thing is the charging handle, and that's particular to this rifle. The 308, if you see my range review on that, the charging handle is just a little bit stiffer on this particular chassis than it is on my 308. Not a huge deal. You just got to give it a little bit more of a jerk and a little bit more force to get it loaded. Really like very manageable recoil for being such a short platform. This entire video was shot on the N or normal gas setting, so depending on our load, we could actually reduce that recoil further by adjusting the gas setting down to N minus, if you will, suppress plus, wherever you want to call it. So we do have some more room to play with it and to tune it up if we really wanted to. Like the chassis, only downside is with the side eject, you do lose some of that ability to change hands in a pinch versus the forward eject. Would love to see this in a forward eject platform. Hopefully they'll be releasing that at some point. But as we all know, Desert Tech turns things out about as fast as the government. So that'll probably be several more years. Hopefully though, they will speed the process along. All in all, not a ton of improvements needed. Obviously having to get a stamp for it is a little bit annoying, but that is the nature of the beast. Shoots great, runs great. I will be doing some follow-on stuff where we will be shooting this suppressed to see how it does perform with a couple of different cans. But really, for if you're looking for a small, compact PDW and you don't mind spending just a little bit more and waiting on a stamp, Micron is definitely a solid option there. Something else I will point out too, as a PDW type encounter, if you do opt for it, they do offer a red dot sight that fits there on the barrel. Obviously I have a red dot on top of it here, but if you wanted to do an offset sight either direction for shooting offhand, you do have that option available as well, and actually wouldn't be terrible. Concealability might be a little bit harder than something like an MP7, which HK, if you're listening, would love to have those here in the US. But definitely a great compact platform in that short range CQB type environment. So all in all, if you have to pick something to shoot, this is definitely not a bad choice, and functions exactly as it should. So guys, as always, I do appreciate your time watching this. Stay safe, train hard.